With first half results approaching fast, I'm here with Ben Dyson and Saxon East, who will be looking in depth at those results over the coming weeks. Ben, what companies are you keeping an eye on this year?
Well, there's three ones that I'm interested in particular this time around. One is Aviva, one's Ageas, one's RSA. I sort of take that through one by one. Aviva in particular, it looks to be on the front foot at the moment. It seems to be doing a lot of the right things. However, it did reveal in its investor day that it's going to take a 1.5 point hit to its combined ratio in the UK. So it'd be interesting to see how that sort of matches up with everything else that it's doing at the moment. With RSA, I think at the full year 15 stage there was sort of some green shoots of improvement. We've been doing a lot of work on the company to try and bring it up to speed, and there were some signs of that happening. So I'm sort of interested to see how that sort of continues into the first half and what we get there. And Ageas was one of the few companies at the full year 15 stage to have a combined ratio of more than 100%. So, and obviously they're heavily geared to motor, so they're heavily geared to the trends there. So I just want to see be interested to see how that develops and whether they can sort of bring that around again. I think they were just under the 100 mark at the first quarter stage. So it'd be interested to see how the whole first half looks for them.
Absolutely. And Saxon, how about yourself? Who are you watching?
I'm interested to see what happens with Zurich. Last year they had a very difficult year in the UK and at group level. In the UK, I believe last year they made a loss of 62 million, but they turned it around a bit in the first quarter of this year, making a profit of 23 million. And I think that this year there should certainly be some improvement because last year they had some bad claims. They had a big fire at Clarendon Park. They had some fires, I think, at a local authority as well. I don't expect to see those large claims again, hopefully for them. So hopefully we'll see some improvement there. And at group level, I'll be interested to see what happens there. Greco's talked about slimming down the organisation, making it less complex, making it more customer friendly, more SME focused. I'm interested to see what he comes out with at the half year in terms of his statements and his strategy.
In terms of trends, Ben Saxon, I mean, what are you keeping an eye on a more overall level?
I suppose there's quite a lot of moving parts there. So one being motor, there's kind of two opposing forces, I suppose. So there's rates going up, which have sort of been driven by claims trends, but then there's also the claims trend. So trying to see how those two sort of marry up and see how that starts to feed through into the results. I mean, the rate increases was starting to put through in earnest sort of halfway through last year. So it's going to take a while for those to come through the numbers, and we may start seeing some of that in the first half, I guess. So that's kind of one of the areas that I'm looking at.
Saxon, how about you?
Yeah, similar thing to Ben, interested in the claims costs. I know that in motor claims costs are increasing. One of the reasons is because car parts for new technology cars are quite expensive. I think that could get worse under Brexit with the pound falling, and importing those materials will continue to be expensive, so watch out on that. So claims cost in motor, claims costs in home have gone up as well, I believe, because there's been quite a lot of flooding. That means there's been more supplies put to houses, which means there's been quite a big demand on materials. And I think that's cost insurers in terms of the cost of supply and repairs. That feeds through into the claims costs. So I'll be interested to see what happens on home insurance claims as well, the costs there. Also, I'll be interested to see if there's any movement on eShore, if they say anything about the talk around there being a potential sale of the business, and if there's any movement there. Probably not, but I'll just keep an eye on it.
Thanks a lot. And for all the latest updates and all the first half results, just stay locked to insurancetimes.co.uk for more news and analysis.